the standard currently believed information, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Everything I'm going to say right now is totally wrong. Okay? Is margarine good for you? Okay, if I went back 15, 20 years, what would you have said, right? So technology, research, information is changing all the time. So I got my ear to the ground and I'm listening to everything. Basically, they say it takes about anywhere from 12 to maybe 15 years before a research scientist discovers something, before your medical doctor will recommend it in his office, or you read it in a newspaper somewhere. Okay? So you're kind of getting that initial stuff now before you have to wait 15 or 20 years. But this is all still going to be wrong anyway. Okay, so the impact of autoimmune disorders here. Does anyone know what an autoimmune disorder is? So that's the first thing I'm going to tell you that maybe they got this wrong. So what does that actually stand for? Autoimmune. Auto means what? Self and immune. Okay, so what does that mean? Can anybody tell me what they think is happening in your body when you have an autoimmune disease? Attacking itself. The body's attacking itself, right? Okay, yeast or anything like that. There's two little microscopic cells that come together to make you, right? So that little microscopic thing is going to have all this information and energy that's going to make you with 70 trillion cells later, right? So all of that information, and that's, I'm going to call it innate smarts. Those smarts don't go away. And I'm actually going to challenge you a little bit and say that that might actually be the wrong name for this. Because I'm going to say that the body actually does not attack itself. Okay? So, number one, that's going to free up a lot of people because it's really easy. If they can't find the reason why you have something, you say, well, your body's just attacking itself. And they put you in there. If anyone is heard of the thing fibromyalgia, you heard of that thing? A lot of people suffer from that. They don't know why. Put you in a fibromyalgia basket. So I'm going to predict a couple of things. In the next 15 years, the Lyme disease is going to be the next big basket we're throwing everybody into. So we call this the gut-brain quadrangle for a human body, whole body disorder. So we're looking at it as a whole body problem, not just a specific part. Our life depends on those things inside is functioning properly for us to live properly. So that's why this gut-brain connection is really important. Right there, we have a lot of bacteria. There's good ones, there's so-called bad ones, and there's a lot of ones that are just kind of sitting in the middle, not doing anything. But a lot of them can be pushed in different directions as things change. So these are the things that can push things towards a really bad internal environment. And the biggest one here, well, the first two are the two worst offenders. So the first one is having a child by cesarean section. But what happens is when the baby inside the womb here, it's more or less sterile inside here. But as the baby's coming out through the vaginal canal, it's actually getting colonized by mom's probiotic bacteria. And antibiotics is the biggest offender. So it's like sending a carpet bomb down and blowing up everything. And what happens with the bacteria, if you throw down the antibiotic, it kind of kills everyone except what? What bacteria stay alive?
The bad ones.
The bad ones, the ones that can resist that antibiotic. And then what happens is they learn how to eat that for food, and then they tell their buddies how to eat it for food too. And then all of a sudden you got a whole pile of bacteria that all know how to resist that antibiotic now. And the bacteria gets stronger and stronger. And there's another thing I'm going to talk about in a minute. It actually changes the way bacteria are formed. That can be very devastating and be a big factor in all these autoimmune diseases, which I'll get into in a minute. So let's talk about the second brain in here, the gut. So there's 100 trillion bacteria in 500 to 1,000 different species of bacteria on the inside. So this is another thing we're going to talk about. So typically, when people are taking that Restore supplement, you guys have all heard about probiotics, right? Probiotics are healthy bacteria. So when you take the bottle of probiotics, there's usually anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 different types of bacteria that you're throwing down there, okay? So how many species do we have? 500 to 1,000 different types. So if you keep throwing down the same 5 to 10, you might be creating something called a monoculture. So you have too many of one type all the time. So we've actually kind of pulled people away from using the probiotics. Most of the scientists are going towards just having more fiber in your diet to feed the right bacteria. And if you can improve the health of your intestines, mainly the acid in your stomach and your liver, you make those two work properly. If you because people say, well, if I put the fiber down, I get bloated and I get gas. Well, if you can kind of optimize those two systems there, your liver and your stomach, then the fiber will be feeding more of the good bacteria and you'll have a better chance of surviving. But this Restore product helps your body to make the right bacteria for what you have in your environment, what you're breathing in and that kind of thing. So I'll just give you a little bit of background. So these are hypotheses, by the way, but from all the reading I've done on all this stuff, I get the feeling they're actually right, okay? they say, well, we need to eliminate gluten and dairy and all that kind of stuff. And they went through a whole year, and 80% of them felt better, but they didn't really feel healed, right? So they still were good, but they're still missing something. And I still feel that everyone's missing something until I've read these two books to put the pieces together, right? So these are two things I want you to, the overarching sort of hypothesis, but there's a similar outcomes in how they talk about stuff. So the first one, we're going to be talking about metals, microbes in medicine, and or Epstein-Barr virus, herpes virus, cellular virus, right? So there's a video I'm going to show you that how mercury affects neurons in your brain. See this little finger right there. So this is a little injection thing. So they just put a little drop of mercury right there. See what's happening to the nerve. Okay, so children, spectrum children, they almost always have what we call a weakness in their motor, meaning muscle control, or if a sensory nerve, meaning a nerve that gives you sensation like my voice or touch, if those nerves are irritated or damaged, you'll become hypersensitive to that thing. For example, you know the kids that wear the headphones, or the earmuffs, because they can't stand sounds? So they have weak muscles on the motor side, but they'll have hypersensitivity to the other senses. So that could affect their tongue. And they say, I don't like any food except Kraft macaroni and cheese. Their vestibular system tells you where you are in space. If one side's weaker than the other, they feel like they're spinning this way, so they do this all day. Right? So, in order of importance, wild blueberries. Not regular ones in the store, not organic, yes, but wild ones you have to go to like Costco in the frozen section. And we actually find that wild blueberries, there's a really important neurologist named Dr. David Perlmutter, who wrote a book called The Green Brain. He says half a cup or a cup of blueberries every day is food for your brain. So this is kind of what he was asking about. So there's a literal connection between your brain and your body here. So the autonomic nervous system is the nervous system that controls all the functioning inside your body, your intestines, and your heart, and all that stuff. So I talked about that nerve called the vagus nerve. That's the one that connects the brain to the digestive system. So it's a nerve that comes out of your skull and goes down and it goes to all the stuff. So this is, of course, the vagus nerve. Have your vagus nerve work the way it's